This is Jim and Casey. Casey, are you on?
I'm here, my friend.
Casey, are you there?
Can you hear me? You should be able to hear me good.
Wait till I get Casey on. I see him. I see he's unmuted. I just can't hear him. Casey, are you there?
I am.
There you go.
Oh, okay. There we go.
What's happening?
I don't know. I'm doing great.
Yo, me too. Welcome everybody to, this is kind of a, we usually use Tuesday night. Casey and I do, we own a company called Casey James Consulting, and we're Keystone leaders with some companies, and we do a lot of consulting. We do a lot of things, and we've been really very active in the blockchain world. And tonight you're going to get a really a bird's eye view of something we think is really going to change the foreground and the nature of any industry, but especially our industry. So Casey, I'm gonna let you say something before we get started.
Absolutely. So the most important thing that people should be aware of is that the industry of networking is actually at a threshold of change, which is the introduction of a disruptive technology, which you're going to hear about tonight, which you can see on the screen is Compchain. And what's beautiful about this is that literally you can start tonight and surpass the success of many, many people like Jim and I. You know, we've been multi-million-dollar earners in our industry for years and years and years, but tonight you could be a part of something where you're so at the beginning of it, it could just bless your life in so many different ways. So I'm excited for you to share tonight, Jim.
Well, here's the thing too. I want everybody to relax tonight because we're not selling nothing. It's actually free. This is so revolutionary because it's free, and we're actually going to give you some cryptocurrency to join. And you just can't, I mean, you can, you know, someone said, Case, you can't beat free, but yeah, you can be free and then give me something. You can go ahead and give me a little bit of something and I'll join for free. So if you're on for the first time, what I want you to do is just kind of take a breath. Why we explain this. This is not a network marketing company. This company does not provide products. This company doesn't have a line of sponsorship. This is a technology that is literally, it's not a network market. It's what we call a blockchain. And what all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have Casey do this after this. So people say, what, you know, I've heard all about Bitcoin and blockchain, but what is it? And Casey, why don't you go over this part here?
So blockchain itself is actually the part of the technology that said that if we were to actually ever record things with computers, we would build it in blocks of data. So approximately every 3 minutes, some information is loaded to the internet and it creates a block. So when the next block comes along, it creates a chain of blocks called blockchain. The data itself is immutable. Immutable means that you can't change it, you can't alter it. When it is created and then gets into that chain, eventually time is its friend because the blockchain builds and builds and builds and builds, marking time, giving immutability. But here's the key: transparency, so that things can be accurate, they can be pure, they can be tracked from the beginning to the end. So in the case of a networking marketing business, you're talking about commissions, line of sponsorship, all the things that make up the things that haven't been available for the past 70 plus years that the industry's been around. So blockchain is just pieces of data, like bits of information that are chained together in 3-minute sections over and over and over again, so that by the time a year goes by, that block becomes very powerful. It's a lot of information, but it can never be changed. So you're always protected.
So what I want to do is this, is like, what are people really saying? Now, this is just last week. Okay. So the CEO of IBM says anything that you can conceive of as a supply chain, blockchain can vastly improve its efficiency. And it doesn't matter if it's people, numbers, data, or money. How about the CEO of NASDAQ? I mean, he got to know something, right? The biggest opportunity set we can think of over the next decade. And you just go just through everybody. Even blockchain is a technological tour de force from Bill Gates. So just because you don't understand it doesn't mean it's not happening. You didn't understand Uber. We didn't understand a lot of things that are going on. But what I want to say is this, okay? Now, in the direct sales or network marketing world, one of the things we want to protect that we easily give up is our assets. And basically, would you use a blockchain that could never be altered, that when it was recorded, it was there, if you owned an auto dealership? Yes. If you owned a franchise, let's say McDonald's, yes. How about if you own a network marketing or a network distributorship? Because what we own as distributors, now I've owned network marketing companies. I've been the CEO of a couple of companies. I've taken one public. So the ownership of that company is different than what we do, Casey, as network marketers, as distributors. We go out and acquire distributors and customers for whatever company we like, whatever product we like, and we build that base. Okay. And we've never before till now have been able to take over and to actually own that. What happens when a network company shuts down or you just want to change? You know what I'm saying? What if you just get tired of, what if you get just skinny enough and you just don't want to get any more skinnier, or you find something that you like better? Well, what happens usually in a traditional model, you don't own your most valuable asset, which is your team. And what happens to the team you put together, your life and your effort to build, guys, it's gone. Who owns that asset? They do. And that is, when you talk to Dave and you say, why did you create this Compchain? And that was the biggest reason, because he got tired of people working their behinds off with other companies and getting paid. But at the end of the day, the corporation owned their best asset, which was their distributors. Casey, you want to say anything about this?
A lot of the greatest inventions in the world have come out of people who have been in pain. And Dave Childs is actually a really great example of that. He watched his father participate. I mean, they live in Salt Lake City, the capital of network marketing in the world, the most companies, the most money going through. And one of the things that's interesting was he watched his dad participate in over 20 plus companies. And it was interesting in a statistic, he said, of all those companies, he says, there's only a handful of them left. And I watched my dad go from start to stop, and watched him struggle his whole life in the industry, knowing that it was a great business model, but the people running those models weren't necessarily the best business people. And so he created Compchain as a reply, as a solution to people who, like his father, had invested their lives in these networks, but could not get them to stick. And certainly, they had them taken from them. And the story is really amazing. But that's why this exists. It exists because people in pain find solutions that are greater than that pain.
Absolutely. But when you look at the positive part of it, now, you know what I'm saying? Frustration is the father of progress. A good friend of mine used to always say that. And so when you look at the progress of this, it's the world's first blockchain created specifically for us networkers. It puts the power of your personal network back in your hands. Okay. It is attached with a coin called Compcoin. And we'll talk about that in a minute. And it provides a safe, secure, service that stores and protects your network forever. That means this, guys, okay? So in this industry, hundreds of thousands of people, millions of people get in and out. And it happened for Casey and I. I mean, I couldn't imagine starting in this industry and knowing that every person I ever talk to that I register on Compchain will be with me forever. Ever. They're just not going to go anywhere because they're there forever, right? So when you get your Compchain, now remember, this is for free. You're not spending any money. This is a weird part about it. The only due diligence you have to do, in my opinion, Casey, is these guys just have to get to understand this. This is like explaining Uber to somebody, or explaining Airbnb to somebody, or explaining electric car to somebody. Sometimes it's hard to understand, but once you get it, you get it. It can never be taken from you. It still exists, even if a company or product provider goes out of business. It doesn't matter. It'd be like almost, in our industry, it's like, let's go buy a whole bunch of rental properties. And as soon as someone moves out, we lose it. Now, where does our investment go? Now that doesn't have to happen anymore. It provides complete transparency and performance for registration, sales, and commission. Guys, it's everything we've ever dreamed about, and it's free. Casey, you want to add anything to this?
I think the list is clear. There's so many benefits to be a part of it, but mainly the ability to truly be an entrepreneur. I had someone once say, Jim, that network marketing was not free enterprise. It was controlled enterprise, controlled by the company. Compchain makes network marketing a free enterprise business by empowering people with the control.
Absolutely. So I'm just going to compare stuff. If I'm trying to tell somebody in New York when Uber you just press an app on your phone, they'll be here. What? Yeah, they'll just come here anywhere you got to go, and then they'll drop you off. Really? How do I pay them? Oh, it's always taken care of, and you tried to tell them that. How about hotels or Airbnbs? How about from CDs to Spotify, right? And it can go on and on and on. So here's what we want to tell you. Now, we've got people on this call that are in several different network marketing companies right now. Doesn't matter. We're not trying to get you in another network marketing company. I don't care what you're in. Stay. Be good. Make money. You don't have to switch anything. And what I want to tell you is that Compchain is not a network marketing company. It is a blockchain. So can you be in NUI and be in Compchain? Yes. Does it interfere? Nope. Can you be in Amway and in Compchain? Yes. How about Avon and in Compchain? Yes. How about Herbalife and in Compchain? Yes. How about New Skin? Yes. It doesn't matter. It doesn't affect it. In fact, you can be in any network marketing or as many network marketing companies as you can, and they do not compete. Compchain complements it. What it does, guys, is it gives you the ownership of everything you ever built. And I'm going to show you an illustration with Amazon that's probably going to blow your mind, right? Do you have to be in a network marketing company to join Compchain? Absolutely not. There are so many applications for this. I mean, you could use it for Facebook. I mean, think of all the followers you have on Facebook that right now that are trying to monetize. How about Instagram? You know, there are people literally making millions of dollars right now on Instagram case that just have a following. But guess who owns that following? Instagram. Okay. How about Twitter? Same thing. They don't own that following. Twitter does. If you don't believe me, you start to understand what influencers do. And you say, okay, we're going to go a little bit away from network marketing, but when you understand, guys, it is literally a link you send to somebody. They register for free and get cryptocurrency. Okay, so we have a reach with influencers. We have a reach with celebrities, industry experts, thought leaders, bloggers, content creators, micro influencers. And then what we know the best is networking. But guess what just got announced today, Casey? Instagram expands an e-commerce push with new shopping tool. Guess what they're doing? They're taking your influence that you created. Now they're going to monetize it for them. Any comments? That's just today.
No, I think it's clear, buddy. That's exactly what it is. Really what happens is that the word I want to use is social capital. You have capital, you have value in the relationship you have. You just don't know how to make money from it. And Compchain creates the opportunity to put that value back into the right place where you can track it. So let's face it, Instagram's, like Jim just said, is going to benefit from it. But Compchain says, hey, we're going to create this environment. We're going to put it in a blockchain, and then you're going to toggle and switch what options, what offers, things that are in line with your philosophy. For example, you can get to pick what products and services are promoted to your network. And that's what's beautiful about this.
And that's what we're going to show you, right? So you say, okay, so it's just like this. I mean, I've got some stuff. I'm on Amazon Prime, dude. Boy, I got the videos. I got everything. I got it on a phone app case. And you know what? It comes to my house. What if you got paid for everyone you knew that shopped on Amazon? In other words, it's huge, right? It's the biggest company, largest company. Bezos is now the wealthiest man in the world. So you look at that. What did they do? Do they own all those products? Nope. Do they manufacture all those products? Nope. Does all those products come from Amazon? No. It used to, but now they send it from the manufacturers. The difference is that if you said, hey, if I said, Casey, listen, dude, I just bought these boots on Amazon. They're the best, or this TV or this laptop or this coin or whatever. And once I told you that, Casey, you got locked into a block, and you were my referral forever, so that every time you ever purchase something on Amazon, they would pay me. Pretty amazing, right? That's what Compchain is. Here's the deal, okay? Our goal right now is we're going to pay people over $3 worth of Coco coin, which the valuation right now is a little over $1.27, till we enroll 50,000 people. So in other words, the first 50,000 people, we're going to send $3 worth of Coco. We'll set up your wallet. It's all animated. It's got everything there. So it's just that now. So 50,000 people, Casey, gives us the second largest block on the world next to Bitcoin. 250,000, we would literally dominate the space of this. And I'll show you why that's important. And nobody could ever catch up. And that's what you're on this call for. And it's free. We're not asking you for anything, just to click, enroll, and that's it. So there's 3 steps. First of all, you're going to get a link from somebody. You're going to get a code. Do it. Click it. Enroll. Then there's KYC, and then there's a product provider. So Casey, I'm going to try to explain this as simple as I can. All right. So how do you enroll? First, you're sent a code. So if I get on the phone with Casey and say, dude, you got to do this. Listen, it's a blockchain. I don't care. No, it's not Bitcoin. No, it's not Ethereum. Did Bitcoin go down? That's what sometimes I get, right, Case? When you're first on the phone, you're like, did Bitcoin just go down? Is it still around? Guys, I tell you what, blockchain is the future, period. Regardless of what happens to the cryptocurrency that supports it, Blockchain is everything. So Case, I'm going to send you a link. It's free to you. And then I'm going to pay $1 of Coco coin to register you. So just register. When you get in, the Compchain is going to send you $3 of Coco. And when you register 3 members, they're going to send you an additional $15 of Coco. Now, there's a thing called KYC, and I'll tell you that in a minute. And then when they registers 3, they're going to send you an additional $30 of Coco, a Coco coin, which is just like Bitcoin and has the potential to grow. Now, that's it. That's all you get. Now, if all Casey did was get in, then he gets $3 worth of Coco. He can use that Coco coin to register 3 people. Casey, you want to comment on this part?
Sorry, I was muted. The magic here is that picture that this is viral marketing. What we're trying to do is get the most amount of people involved, so we create a supply demand that drives the value of Coco up, which causes your ability to have value in Compchain go up proportionately. And that's the real focus here. And as you can see, Jim's pointing out that in fact, not only is it free for you, but the person that's invited you has to actually give up $1 worth of Coco. Now, right now, as Jim said, Coco's around $1.25 or whatever it is. And what's magical about that is that as more, like as Jim said, 50,000 people get on, the value of the Coco will not be $1.25. It will continue to grow because as supply and demand goes up and down, that's what makes and builds its own economy. So we're talking about you're sitting at literally the beginning point of an evolutionary economy that's built directly around the $180 billion industry called direct sales. Just an amazing time to be looking at something.
And guys, I'm going to do this till you're sick of it, and it's free. You don't and you don't have to quit what you're doing. I don't care if you're in Amway and Melaleuca. I don't even know if that's still around. I don't care what you're doing. It doesn't matter. Do that. Keep doing that, but transition people into this just for free, because this is what you get to keep. You get a personal replicated website, personal enrollment, full-time real tracking, all product offers, ability to purchase Coco, and guys, there's so much more. Dave Childs is a genius when it comes to this. Is the first ever and only SHA-256 blockchain on the market today. You can't get it anywhere else, and it's not Ethereum. It's not it's blockchain, and it's amazing. So people say, well, okay, what's Compcoin or Coco? Coco is the comp coin. It's a cryptocurrency that runs Compchain. In other words, it's its use case. It's what validates it. And you can buy it, you can mine it, you can collect comp coin, but you can't even get into Compchain for $1. You got to have a Coco. You got to have a comp coin. It's genius. And I got to have at least one to register Casey, right? Casey, you want to say anything about this?
I do. This is such an important point right now. So let's just talk about the difference between Compcoin itself and Bitcoin, because everybody knows what Bitcoin is. Bitcoin was created as a peer-to-peer transactional cryptocurrency, which meant that because I didn't trust the person I was giving it to, they had to create a blockchain. That blockchain said that we all publicly agree that Casey gave Bob a 1 Bitcoin. So that's what they call a peer-to-peer cryptocurrency. Compcoin is a completely different quality of thing. Not only is it the best of Bitcoin, but it's also the next evolutionary step of what they call a transparency transaction, which is it drives a compensation engine, which says that before anybody gets paid, the Compcoin is divided equally and executed at the same time. So the manufacturer gets paid, the distributor gets paid, the referral person gets paid. It's almost like a micro escrow of every sale that happens. So not only is it better and the same and better as Bitcoin, but it has multiple layers of features that are not available in other cryptocurrencies. So like Jim said, this is a utility coin that's actually creating its own economy because of its uniqueness in this marketing space.
So, and we're going to explain it. So the first thing was enroll. The next thing was KYC. And if you're new, I got to say this. Nope, it's not Kentucky Fried Chicken. Okay, it's actually know your customer. I had so many people today, Casey, said, "Is that Kentucky Fried Chicken?" No, it's KYC, not KFC. And all that is, we have to know there's laws all over the world that it avoids scamming, it avoids criminal activity because you know your customer, and it costs $15 worth of Coco, which you actually receive. So everything about this is free. So the next thing is this. So just imagine the possibilities. Let's say you go out And here's Compchain, and we'll show you how to just send out free links. If you're an influencer on the network or on the internet, do that. If I don't, guys, you got to. I can't reiterate this. We do not want you to stop doing what you're doing with your network marketing company. This is not that. We want you to even be better, but we want you to take everybody you have on your team and convert them to this for free, because they're just now it's your network, and we'll provide things, alternative things that complement this. But what if you had a leader in Amway said, or Herbalife or Instagram, and said, I love this, and all of a sudden they just started flooding this? Guess what you do up here? You have now the ability, every time they say yes to an offer, any offer we put through there, you get paid just like it was Amazon. So that's what we call a product provider. What is a product provider? Okay, well, let me show you that. So a product provider is any public or product or service. For example, right now, Darren has the CEO of Nui has a product coming out that is a financial app that will pay you $5 just to enroll. No fee, it's free to get in. And then when you put that $5 into a wallet, they would give you another $25. So it's $30 for free plus a compensation. So that's ready to come in. We have also a gigahash program of Compcoin that you can mine Compcoin, and then you can get, for as little as $100, you can mine Compcoin, and now you can build up the Compcoin. We have a good friend of ours, Richard, is getting ready to announce a digital card, and that's coming through. And there's people just lining up because we're giving them people. We're giving them a set automatic customer base, and what you do is you get paid. So what they have to do is the product or service provider has to go to Compchain. We have to approve their process. They approve, number one, is the company stable? The manufacturer capacity, do they have shipping and delivery? What's their customer service like? And what's their pricing and compensation? Compchain doesn't do any of that. It just reconciles everything. It's just the block. That's so sick when you understand it. Casey, you got to say something about this.
Well, the magic here is that all of the pieces are coming together, and you can see how beautiful this would be for a brand new company. Let's say, for example, there's a company that comes out there with an amazing product, and they're sitting there looking at the daunting task of overcoming, what another network marketing company has been doing for, let's say, 5 years, 10 years. Maybe they've got 100,000 people, and they're like, it's just going to cost us millions and millions of dollars to create this network. But goodness gracious, with Compchain, if we had a product that was better than maybe the competitor, but they had a mature network, we could just load it into this network and catch up to them almost overnight, like an Uber over taxis or Airbnb over hotels. That's exactly why this is magical. And think about the benefactors. The benefactors are the people like you and I who created that network. No longer is the massive profit, the breakage in line of sponsorship, giving all the profit to the hands of a leadership that controlled the enterprise. It's back into the hands of the people who said, I built this network, just give me a fair piece of compensation for this network, and everybody's a winner. And that's what makes this so beautiful.
So so how do you get compensated? Okay, so there's two ways. The Compchain can reconcile any compensation plan that anybody puts in. All Compchain does is reconcile it and make sure every penny is paid out. For example, they say we pay out 40%. Every penny of that 40% is paid out to the block, okay? If it doesn't have one, then Compchain will provide a simple 2-tier with a bonus pool structure that does not have to be a network marketing, more of an affiliate program. And because everything, there's no breakage, there's accuracy, that pool can mimic any kind of network marketing policy. So we can have people that don't have a compensation plan, Case. We can have companies that do have a compensation plan. We can mimic anything because we're just the delivery system of that. And that's what's so good. And it doesn't matter. You literally don't have to stop to do what you're doing. I know. So I get calls all the time because there's a new HGH thing or there's a new thing to grow hair. That has never worked for me. But you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, okay, keep doing that. We're not asking you not to do it. We're saying that eventually everything's going to shift to Compchain. Now, here it is. How do I get paid? How do I let people know? So can you imagine if you, that illustration, Casey, that you had somebody in your group said a leader got in and put 100,000 people in your block way down deep. So how do you get paid? Well, you have a messenger that you can message your personals, and then you can message up to 10 levels deep. And if they click yes and accept the offer, you get paid. What do you get paid? You get paid the compensation that the product provider tells us, and it's posted. It tells you, here's a product, here's what you're going to get paid, put it out, and as people click, you get paid. It's sick. It's fun. It's amazing, right? Now here's the big one, Casey, because we ran into this head on, because what we do the best is personal professional development. Casey, you're probably one of the best trainers, the best mentors on the planet. And just to have, let's say we built a block and can we provide products to our team? And the answer is yes. We can provide training and coaching. There's some network marketing companies, direct sales, will not allow you to do it, Case. They will not allow you to train people. They're just like a big pool of things. So you can do it for yourself, and you can introduce that into your block. And so that's that. So you look at this and you say, okay, when we get 50,000 people, Casey, we're the second largest legitimate block on the planet next to Bitcoin. We're in the thousands already in just a few days, in less than a couple of weeks, right? When we get 250,000, we own the space. When we get to 1 million or so, we literally become the next Amazon. But here's the difference. People call me all the time and say, Jim, I got this on Amazon. My daughters, I got this on Amazon Prime, but I don't make any money. But if everybody you knew that you referred to Amazon, you got paid on, that is just sick. So what's going to happen? You're going to still build your other network. You don't have to quit. There's no liability there. You just do this and secure your network, and it's a second stream of income while you're going into the future. Casey, you want to say anything about this?
I think that if everyone gets the value of what networking was really designed to be, which was to be a crowd sourcing of resources where we bring people together and really get everybody to purchase in almost a pool sense, you start to see here why this is so powerful, because it's unlimited, it's immutable, no one can take it from you. There's so many benefits to really taking your mind away from being in a company selling a product to, oh my goodness, wait a second. What if I sold everything? Or what if I had access to everything and everything everyone ever bought? I was able to pick up a penny or two or a dollar or two here and there. It's just such a beautiful model. And I love it that way.
Yeah. So here's the thing too. Now here's the kicker, guys. Okay. Here's what it's going to cost you. Nothing. Okay. Now you got to get that in your head. Robert Kiyosaki always said, Casey, when you're in business, when you're on the right side of the quadrant, you invest in your business. You give before you receive. Right? And that's what we're doing. Dave is literally putting hundreds of thousands of dollars in Compchain in here, so you get paid to join. And it's going viral, right? So it's free. And so basically what you do is you'll get a code from whoever invited you here. They'll walk you through. We have training, we have videos, we have everything to show you how to do it. And then you just go. And it's free. You register, and then we'll tell you what's going on. We'll keep up the communication. We'll have these webinars. We'll put it on site, and it's just that easy, guys. So Compchain, what you just saw tonight, is literally so different than anything we didn't ask you for anything. We're not asking you to buy anything. We're not asking you to sell anything. We're just asking you to get the word out virally. Whether you're a network marketer, big dog, whether you're a small network marketer, whether you're an influencer on the internet, guys, can you imagine even if you were with Instagram and you had 20, 30,000 people that now are going to go to Instagram to purchase their stuff, where you could have had that? That's what we're doing here, Casey. So you want to say anything to wrap it up, Casey?
Well, I love this slogan. It's your network, and it's always been. This is a chance for you to be in the right place at the right time, sharing a concept that's ahead of its curve. As you know, Jim, we're introducing the year of the coin, and that's what we believe is happening. People are learning about cryptocurrencies and collecting cryptocurrencies, and they're learning about this blockchain. And for the very first time, you've got a blockchain that you can collect people in and literally have besides the fact that you'll have a great network of people, you can finally, for the first time, be financially rewarded for introducing people to something that's in the right place at the right time. So welcome to Compchain.
Love it. Guys, thanks for coming on. We'll provide this as a recording, and then we also have some teaser videos that are 1.5 minutes we can send you. But definitely get the link from who brought you here tonight. Join for free. Let us pay $1 to get you in. Get $3 worth of cocoa, and let's just get rolling. This is a blast. A lot of fun. Thanks, guys.
Have a great night.